Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
The battalion commander who ran Tim Walz's former unit slammed the vice presidential nominee over claims of stolen valor. Walz, Minnesota's governor, has already had to backtrack on claims of having carried weapons of war during combat during his 24 years in the Army National Guard and faced claims of being a coward from family members of soldiers. Running mate Kamala Harris also has had to confront claims that Walz misrepresented his rank when he retired from the National Guard. Now Lieutenant Colonel John Kolb, the man who took over Walz's unit after the governor quit in 2005, is speaking out in a Facebook post heavily critical over the Democrats' claims to the title of Command Sergeant Major and for retiring before deployment to the Iraq War. Kolb wrote in a Facebook post, "I do not regret that Tim Walz retired early from the Minnesota Army National Guard, did not complete the Sergeant's Major Academy, broke his enlistment contract, or did not successfully complete any assignment as a Sergeant Major." While Walz never served under Kolb, he felt that the governor got out of the way for better leadership, tagging Thomas Behrens, Walz's successor, as Command Sergeant Major in the post. Kolb commanded the unit over Behrens after he succeeded Walz. He sacrificed to answer the call, leaving his family, business, and farming partner brother to train, lead and care for soldiers. He earned the privilege of being called Command Sergeant Major. Like a great leader, he ran toward and not away from the guns. Kolb added. Kolb noted that it was Walz's right to retire early and claims that he was a competent chief of firing battery/gunnery sergeant and first sergeant. However, he claims that Walz did not earn the rank of Command Sergeant Major. It is an affront to the non-commissioned officer corps that he continues to glom onto the title, he said. Kolb compared how Walz characterized his service by saying that while someone could sit in the cockpit of an airplane, it does not make them a pilot. He then added one more jab at Walz's early retirement. Similarly, when the demands of service and leadership at the highest level got real, he chose another path. #NotMeCSM. The Minnesota governor had deployed in the aftermath of the September 11th attacks as part of Operating Enduring Freedom, but never saw combat. High-profile conservatives like Donald Trump Jr. and Charlie Kirk gleefully shared the post, with Trump Jr. asking, "How long is the left-wing media going to ignore this?" Kolb's not the only one criticizing Walz this weekend, as the media finally took a hard look at the governor's military service. Minnesota National Guard Command Sergeant Major Doug Julin questioned the timeline of Walz's retirement in a CNN interview. He said that the VP nominee knew that their unit was likely to deploy and had several meetings including my boss, commander, and the command team discussing it. Julin also claimed that Walz had assured him that he would be deploying with his unit. However, in June 2005, Walz got a superior to back his retirement without telling Julin, a break in protocol. "Tim Walz knew the process and procedures. He went around me and above and beyond me, basically went in there to get somebody to back him. It was just a backdoor process," Julin added. The Minnesota National Guard said in a statement that Walz's unit did not receive deployment orders until July 2005 and he'd put in retirement papers about 5 to 7 months before stepping down in May of that year. The Harris/Walz campaign pointed to the statement of Joseph Eustace, an ex-National Guard member who served under Walz. "From what I know of the situation, they're lying," he said. "He was as good as a solider as you'll find. What I'm trying to do is defend someone who served his country. I'm not voting for him. But I don't think it's fair to characterize his service the way they have." Walz referenced his 24 years in the Army National Guard during a political event in 2018 while explaining his support for gun legislation like background checks and restrictions on high-powered firearms. "We can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at," Walz said in the clip, which was filmed when he represented Minnesota in the House of Representatives. The Harris campaign shared the footage Tuesday on social media.